All right, everybody, we have sound. Yes! And finally, welcome to First Attack. Finally, we're hoping to be able to get some Under Night in Birth. This is David, of course. He's going to be joining as we go over the game system. And we have our UNIEL expert here, Mr. Sanchez. Yeah. Under Night in Birth EXE Late.
Yeah, yes. It's called Under Night.
Yeah, it's Under Night.
Okay, cool.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game just came out only on PS3 for Japan region, but a lot of people have managed to procure it already, you know, just getting Japanese accounts or whatever, or even just buying the actual import disc and getting it. And the cool thing about it is a lot of people have been picking up this game recently. So I feel like it's been attracting a lot of players from all the different communities. I know Marvel players are playing it, Street Fighter players are playing it, all the, you know, Arxis game players are playing it, even Smash Brothers players I heard are playing it.
There's some Injustice players picking it up, and NRS is even playing.
Yeah, because, I mean, the cool thing about it is it's like a perfect blend. It's like the anime-style game, but more Street Fighter because it's footsie. And
it's a little more grounded than a lot. I've been playing a lot of the game. I really, really enjoy it. I'm really happy to finally be talking about it. So what we're going to do is talk about the basics and kind of game engine stuff during First Attack. We're going to start with super basics, like movement, that kind of thing.
What the buttons are.
Yeah, and then later on, we're going to move on to talking about the individual characters. I'm going to try not to spend a million years on that, because that can take a long time, but
fortunately,
we're going to try not to do that.
Fortunately, there's only 16 characters in this game, so it's a lot easier than going over like Ultra we did with 44 characters.
For sure.
Did you guys actually do that?
We did. Yeah.
We did, yeah.
Wasn't that over 2 days though? We did that like multiple days.
It took us like 2 weeks or something ridiculous. Yeah.
It wasn't all at once. It was too
Did
crazy.
you just do all the shotos at once? Like
we like did it in alphabetical order. Actually. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So fortunately, this is a lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to switch over here to the game camera here, so you can see. Right now, we are using Hyde and going up against Gordeau here. So the first thing I want to just talk about here, of course, is the button configuration. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, it's just A. So you can see on the upper right, A's, B, and C. So there's 3 attack buttons, and then there's a 4th button. But unlike Blaze Blue, instead of having it be like an extra attack button, it's more like a system button.
yeah,
right?
So it's more like the old Samurai Showdown things where it did all the engine things for you.
Gotcha.
Instead of having individual inputs for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So really there's mainly just 3 attack buttons, right? And so yeah, like I said, standing, crouching, jumping, and of course a lot of characters do have, for example, this is standing C. He has a what's his?
He has command normals with forward
there it
B.
is, yeah, there's one right there.
3C, I believe, is also a
okay, so this is regular B, and then there you go, forward B, or 6B. So, I mean, I'll use the number notation, because that's what most sites and stuff are going to refer to all the moves in here. If you guys are unfamiliar with that, just look at the keypad on your keyboard, on the right, and just imagine that's the 9 different positions of a joystick.
Right.
So 6B would be towards and B.
Right.
Right. So what stuff can I do with the D button here? So if I hit it, like I start glowing blue here.
Yeah. So if you hold it, this charges your grid. We're probably gonna get into that a bit later. But neutral, it's just gonna charge your grid. It's gonna expend a little bit of your meter, and this can only be held for a certain amount of time. Like it'll actually cap out.
Oh, really?
At which point your character would just did that, where it'll stop and then start all over.
Right. So
we're talking about the little meter at the very bottom middle of the screen. You can see the letters GRD there. And again, we'll talk about this more in a little bit, but yeah.
Oh no, it's the same. Okay, never mind. I was wondering.
But for now, just know that D charges that.
Yeah, D at neutral charges that, and then D in the way or blocking in this case on back or back is going to put you in a special guard state. Okay. But the most important thing for D is more than likely going to be an offensive. So tapping it forward, you get assault, which can be done on the ground.
So if you hold forward and hit D, right? Yeah.
This is going to be more often than not the use for D that you're going to have. So you can do it in the air as well.
Okay.
And on the ground, it's interesting that it will have a different jump arc depending how close you are. So it'll do like a short hop when you're close, and far away, it'll attempt to close the gap.
Yeah, I said that you can never jump over a person with this.
With the grounded one, you
only
can.
the air one you can, right? So, okay. But a question about charging here. Like if you look, it is draining my super meter, right? If I have no super meter, can I not charge?
I think you can, but it'll just drain to 0, and I think it twitches you to stop.
Okay,
at that point.
gotcha. Okay. So basically, neutral is charge, holding any of the back directions, and I can do the shield one in the air too, right? So,
well, let's talk about the defensive options in a little bit, but
sure.
You talked about assault, so that's one of the major movement options. What other movement options are there?
So there's regular dashing on the ground, forward and back.
Well, so there's walking.
Right.
There's walking forward and back.
And then there's dashing forward and dashing back.
Yeah, and then dashes are unique to characters. So characters like Gordo and Hyde have runs. Other characters have minor dashes, or they'll have weird kind of like Johnny style hops or things like that, depending on the character. And as far as other types of movement, they're also kind of restricted per character. Normally, everyone just has normal jumps, angled away, angled toward. And then some characters do have flight in the case of Merkava, or they have double jumps in the case of Eltnum and Akatsuki.
Okay. Now, is there any invincibility on backdashes?
Yeah, I believe there's some. I don't remember the exact number,
1, 2,
but
3, go.
Yeah, I want to say that varies by character.
Yeah.
I think I read.
2, 3, go.
But there definitely is some.
I think the easiest way to probably test it is, let's see, what is it?
Just like backdash after that or something?
Something like really light.
Yeah, there it is right there. Okay. Yeah, and I think you can dash with A and B.
Right. So there's command dashing. So you have forward A and B or back. And you can also assault with forward A and B in the air.
Oh, interesting. Okay. But on the ground, you can't assault, right?
No. Yeah, it has to be forward D in the ground.
So I can run into assault, but if I double tap A and B, I can't actually do that. Okay.
On the ground, it has to be forward D for assault.
Okay. So that's the only way to do assault is forward like that. But in the air, you can do forward and D or forward A plus B.
Exactly.
So so in the air, assault is just kind of like the air dash.
It's like a third jump or it's an air dash. If you want to think of it that way.
Okay. Cool.
Some characters that have other stuff. Their character that has flight or has hovering, but that's just by character.
Yeah, that's character special. So
yeah, as far as movement goes for an anime game, this is really restrained. Like, there's no air dashing, there's no air back dashing, except for one exception, who's like Seth, who's like the ninja,
gotcha,
crackhead everywhere character.
Oh, that's right. There's no air back dashing. Yeah. Okay. And also, there's no high jump in this game. So in other words, you'll notice the screen never scrolls up like it does in all the other Arxis games, for example. There's always that kind of double level play, but this one is straight horizontal, kind of like Street Fighter and KOF. Okay.
I guess that's it for movement. So it is a more kind of grounded game than a lot of others.
Yeah. So I guess since we're talking about normals, we can go over the chain system a little bit, right?
Sure.
Chain combos. I don't know what are they officially called in this one. It's like chain shift or something.
No, chain shift is something else. They actually have a technical term, but
so basically, if you think about your character having one standing and one crouching attack for all 3 buttons, now there are those unique attacks, but when you do a chain combo in this game, it's not fixed like in Marvel. You always have to go from weaker to stronger for a lot of the characters, and then in games like Injustice, there's only certain chain combos that work. In this game, they let you pretty much do anything you want between the 6 different attacks that you have. So in other words, I can do the standard A, B, and C, but I can even do C, B, and A, or I can do C down B and stand C, or I can go crazy with all 6 buttons, or even start from heavy and go medium and stuff. So it kind of opens up a lot of creativity. I actually kind of like that. And not only that, but it's super useful. Like, I noticed when I played a Gordo online, he would do stand C into A to kill his recovery, right?
Yeah, that makes it so he can whiff that. Because this move on whiff is really bad, but as long as it touches him, you can fire off an A afterwards and make it safe.
Okay, that's right. If it whiffs, you can't chain.
Yeah, the basic idea with the whole chain system with the normals is that as long as they're connecting, you can go to each normal at least once.
Right.
There is an exception to it where there's an auto combo by just mashing A.
Oh, just like Persona, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for certain characters, these auto combos include some of their command normals, like you just saw there that Hyde did the first hit of his 6B as part of that.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually do something like standing C, forward B, and then just start mashing A. And even though you've already used that, the auto combo doesn't care. Yeah.
Oh, so in other words, if you block, for example, like then I can still do that, even though I already used towards B.
So the auto combo kind of overlooks the one rule.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay. And like for example, I have this move here. Can I actually do C, C, and then the third C? Yeah, I can.
Yeah. And then since you haven't used your A and you saw that it got blocked.
Right. So I go like that to save my recovery.
Yeah.
Dang. So this game,
it's really cool.
The normals are really hit confirming in this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of hit confirming going on, and a lot of block confirming as well, where you'll go to launchers and then see that they got blocked, and you could just throw out something small to cover yourself.
Yeah, the other thing I noticed too is that you don't even have to chain, like crouch block, for example. You don't even have to chain right away necessarily. Like you can delay it a little bit. See how like I waited a little bit? Like obviously I can't cancel it super late, but see how like so I can do like oh it blocked and then do something.
That actually comes out to be really important because this game doesn't have absolute guard. How you have like in other places. So if I actually let go of block during you doing like multi-hit attacks, I'll get tagged.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So if you do something standing, like I think your forward B is 2 hits. Like that'll keep me stuck. But then if you go to C afterwards, even though I'm in block stun.
So only chains will actually whoops, sorry. Go ahead and block.
Yeah, see?
Oh, so if it's a multi-hit move, you'll automatically block it. But if as soon as I chain, you can't auto-guard it.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So in other words, if I had like, do I have a multi-hitting like fireball or something like that?
He has a EX fireball, yeah.
So if you block the first one, you can't let go and get hit then, right?
No. I think you won't get hit.
Yeah, okay. So it's only if I chain that you can, that you don't get the auto-guard in there.
Right. Okay.
That's really cool. Okay.
There is some linking. I don't know if either of these characters has it. I haven't really investigated them.
Oh, wow.
But some characters do at least. Waldstein, down back A, 1A, I guess. Yeah. Can be linked into other stuff. So
Okay.
It is there a little bit at least.
Right. Now
there's not too much of that. Most of it's going to be chaining. There's just a couple characters that have like significant advantage on normals where they can link.
So jump for a second. So jumping is the same thing. I can go through all 3 of my buttons in any order that I want.
Right, and you can also go through any command normals you might have. He has forward C in the air.
That?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I can go C C. Oh wow, that's a wall bounce too. Nice. Okay. So I could even do forward C into C if I wanted to. Right. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not gonna do anything. Okay. Cool. Nice. Oh dang! What the heck was that? Yo.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Okay. But, however, during assault, so assault you can do any move in the air, correct? But you can only do one. You can't chain.
Yeah, that's the case. So on the ground you can only get the one, and if I'm right, that doesn't cancel into anything either. So you have Hyde's air fireball. Try to do an assault, and you can't do it. But from a normal jump you can.
What about from air assault?
Air assault you can chain, Yeah,
grounded assault's limited in that you can't chain to other normals, and you can't cancel into other specials.
Yeah, so it's pretty much you can only do one move, because I can assault and do a special, but I can't assault normal into special. So you can just do one move during an assault, which is why Nanase is so cool. Yeah. she's got shenanigans. So she's got shenanigans.
Is there anything else about the basic combo system before we get into chain shifts and all that stuff?
It's basically kind of same thing. You can cancel into special moves. All normals are cancelable, right?
Yeah.
Are there any normals that can't be canceled, perhaps?
I think there's some really unique instances, but for the most part, you can just assume.
But
I think Waldstein's down back or 1A can't be canceled.
Yeah. Right? Yeah,
Gotcha.
1A. Yeah. But yeah, you're right.
Okay.
But for the most part, you can just assume, like, even... Oh, actually, this is something important. We didn't mention that all characters have dashing or running normals. If you hold forward. So normally C is that for Gordeau, but he also has running C, which is his tackle, and then running B, which is a boot.
What's running A do?
There's no running A.
Oh, okay. Oh, you just do A, basically.
So for Hyde, his running C is actually really important to him.
Running C?
Mm-hmm. Because do it close enough.
Oh, dang. Oh, so if you block it, in other words... Is it a cross-up? Does it get to the other side?
Cross-ups are a little interesting in this game, but it will get to the other side. But that little transition phase has some invulnerability to it, I believe.
Gotcha.
So you still get the cancel once you get on the other side. So one of the most annoying things you can do is like fly through and do fireball.
Oh, I see. Like, oops, sorry, my bad. Like that.
Cool. All right.
Interesting.
So
and is that safe?
He also has a follow-up to his fireball that makes it really good. So I think it's the same motion again. That detonation lets him stay at advantage. So you just get to antagonize people by flying through them and detonating.
Gotcha. Dude.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as attacks go, that's about it. So you have, all your grounded command normals.
Can I cancel my dash attacks?
Yeah, they're all cancelable.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Okay. Yeah, okay.
I think some characters have some specific ones that can't be canceled, but that's also per character.
Okay.
But for the most part, you can just assume that, if it touched, you can cancel.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one thing I also want to mention, block for a second, is that all your moves, only on hit, apparently not on block, you can jump cancel them.
Right, you cannot jump cancel on block.
Okay, so not on block, but if you get hit by it, I can jump cancel these moves.
Yeah, any of them, so even
yeah.
lights.
Okay, and this is really useful for combos, for example, if I do something like... I can do something like that.
It's actually kind of important to note, and I'm glad you brought that up. As far as the jump cancel is concerned, you get one of them per combo.
Right.
So even though you can continually relaunch people with hide, you can't jump cancel the second one.
Gotcha.
There's a way around that, but it involves something we'll get into probably later.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I couldn't jump cancel that one, so... Okay. Interesting.
Oh, also for dashing normals, these can't be chained into anything else. You have to cancel the specials.
Gotcha. Okay. So basically, you're committing to whatever the special, at least a special move.
A special.
Right.
Some of them are such, like this boot is actually advantage on block, so he can just kind of antagonize people.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, and then another thing too is we should probably mention, since we're already talking about canceling into fireballs and stuff, everyone has two versions of a special move, which is the A version and the B version. And that's it. So there's just two versions, because if you do the C one, it always counts as a super.
Right, and that's if you have the meter. However, if you don't have it, C just does the B version.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never even thought about what happens if I've never tried that.
So talk about special move inputs. What kind of stuff are they in this game?
For the most part, very Street Fighter-y. Fireballs, uppercuts, spin kick. Is Batista the only charge character in the game?
Waldstein has one charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about it. But she's like the charge character where everything is a charge.
Yeah, they even have the hold a button down and let go charge.
And she also has reverse flash kick where it's hold up then down.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
And also reverse sonic boom, hold toward and back.
I saw that one. Yeah, that's like the laser where she shoots across the screen, right? Dude, that's so crazy.
It is, yeah.
So they definitely came up with a lot of cool things. I mean, Waldstein, he's the grappler, so he has a 360.
Yeah. But for the most part, it's all kind of easy stuff. Nothing too.
Yeah, and universally, all supers are half circle and D.
Yeah.
So what is that?
So that's
exactly.
So all characters have a 200% meter super. So those are all done with half circle forward and D.
Oh, okay.
So even Waldstein, who's a grappler, his super command throw is just half circle forward.
right.
Now, you can do this as long as you have 200?
Right, 200.
So you don't have to worry about where your life is?
No, that one isn't dependent on any kind of
okay.
other resource.
Gotcha.
Also, I might want to mention this since a lot of these are attacks, but every character also has B and C. So they're called force functions. They're unique to each character, which we'll probably get into when we get to the character-specific ones, but most of them are attacks. Some of them are unique abilities for the character. Like you mentioned, Anase has movement options out of hers.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they're a different type of attack.
Right.
Can you cancel those?
That's actually a good question. Some of them you can. I know hides you can.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. So it's almost everybody has a unique attack with this combination then. Okay. Okay, cool. What does this do?
I think it's an overhead if you charge it.
Oh, I can charge it.
Them. Oh, can you charge all of them?
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
That's right. Some normals can be charged. Like Hyde's standing C can also be charged.
Yeah, his jumping C I think can also be charged. Yeah.
Now so obviously it's just you're trading startup for special property on the move, right?
Yeah, I think for his it slams on the charge air version. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So if I hit you with could I do something like that if I hit you out of the air with it? Or?
I don't know if you have time for that.
Yeah, I think 3C is his launcher. You can immediately charge if you jump cancel it.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
It's an invalid, but I've definitely seen that possible.
Okay. Oh yeah.
There it is. I got it. Okay. Cool.
Actually, we should probably mention that just it's going to come up. So,
for sure.
Do that combo again. Just do it as late as possible.
like that, and don't make it combo, or
don't make it combo.
Okay.
So you'll see it turn pink.
So we're talking about the number on the left side, right? When it's or on the right side, whichever. When it's blue, it's a real combo, and if you're the person getting hit, once you get hit by the first one, the rest of it is just a combo. Nothing you can do about it. But if at some point it turns red, that means that you could have gotten out.
Right, so like Guilty Gear, like Marvel, while you're getting comboed, if the combo stops... Actually, in this game, you still have to hit a button.
Yeah, I think you can just hold it.
You can hold it.
You can hold
Oh,
it.
you can just hold a button?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And you'll immediately tech.
And you'll
either
immediately
on the ground,
tech.
either in the air or on the ground, depending on where you are.
Okay.
Right.
So, for example, if I do this combo again, you can tech off the ground like that. Okay.
Right, but that was a legitimate one. But if it was in the air... I think you could just, instead of doing the charge one, just do 3C and then just wait forever and do
just like wait a
number.
little
Oh, okay.
bit.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Just like... Oh, I see what you're saying. Just like hit slowly. I'll jump straight up there. Oh, no, that comboed. Okay, I'll do this.
There you go.
That's not a real combo.
And it says invalid combo where underneath the actual combo counter.
Yeah, one of the actual cool things, too, is under the combo counter... They actually show you how long the character's going to reel for. That little white bar that shrinks.
It's a hit stun
Oh, I
indicator.
didn't even notice. Okay.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
this game has hit stun deterioration. So you'll see, for example, if I hit him with this C early in the combo, but if I do this, then it or in a juggle later on, it'll be smaller than it actually was before.
Yeah.
So that's actually kind of neat. You can actually see that. So.
That's cool. I didn't notice that.
Yep. And then also, if you do an invalid combo, you'll see that it turns pink instead of white.
So, talk to me about why you might get hit with an invalid combo. Would that come up in a match?
It doesn't come up too often, but there's definitely setups where people are trying to catch you just holding tech, and they'll meaty you. If you know that's going to happen, you can just take a sacrifice hit and then tech out either in the air, which you have different tech options there, where you can tech forward, tech neutral, or tech back.
Oh, okay. Let me hit you out of the air. Oops, that's not a good button.
Just jump in.
Yeah.
See?
So back tech, and then
Forward tech.
forward tech. And what's neutral tech?
He just stays in place. He moves a little
okay.
back a little bit, but he stays
Okay.
in place for the most
After
part.
you tech in the air, can you do anything?
No. The defender can't take any action until they hit the ground, but they also can't be touched until they hit the ground. So it's very Street Fighter-esque.
So they're completely invincible. Okay. Also, there are some moves, I don't know if Hyde has any, but if he hits you, that little white bar turns orange. And that just means you just can't combo them no matter what.
Right. So the reason that comes up... actually, you can do this with Hyde. So that comes up for slams. So stuff like wall slams or ground slams, you're allowed 3 per combo. So jump forward C.
Okay.
Just do it over and over.
Just keep trying to combo it as much as you can. You get 3. That's it.
Oh, I see.
So even though you still get a wall slam effect, you can't go past that.
Gotcha. Okay. Nice. And then, what else? There was something else I thought of, but... oh, yeah, that's right. On the ground, you remember you showed that you can tech on the ground, right? Can you tech all 3 directions?
No, the ground you only have neutral, which they just pop into place, so sweep.
Okay.
And then back. That's it.
I see.
You can't tech forward on the ground.
So...
Although you can also delay.
Yeah, so you can actually decide not to tech at all, which does that.
Okay, but then I can hit you with an invalid combo, or no?
There actually isn't that much. So unlike other games that have that kind of get up, like BlazBlue has that, where if you decide to delay get up like that, you can get smacked out of it. This doesn't have any kind of penalty.
Nice. Okay. So basically, you have 3 different options to throw off their different timings and stuff like that. So it is very Street Fighter-y, because then once I get you in the corner, and if I knock you down, you can't roll out of the corner or whatever. You can't high jump, air dash, and escape. You know, you can try to do your assault, but obviously, if the enemy is ready for you, he can punish you pretty badly for doing that. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay.
So why would you use a back get up or a quick get up or a late get up? What's the reason for mixing up between them?
So meaties are actually really good in this game, with normals being so strong. Like these kind of things are ridiculous. Like if you know he's gonna try to catch you with like a meaty overhead or something like that, you can throw his timing off by not getting up and as soon as possible. Or if you're at mid screen and you want to create distance between somebody, you can sweep me and then just we can see the distance that he would tech back. So it makes it harder to chase you down.
Is there delay at the end of it? Like, so if I...
No.
So you, no matter what, you're safe, right?
Right.
Okay.
There's not really chasing anything down. You can chase them down to pressure, but you can't get guaranteed hits off of defensive techs.
Okay.
So, some characters have really good safe jump setups.
Yeah.
So if you know that the opponent has a really good safe jump setup against a quick get up, you can delay your get up and you'll get through their meaty attack, and maybe they'll be whiffing something stupid, and you can then punish them.
Yeah, like if they didn't confirm that you delayed get up.
Right.
Yeah. If they're just autopiloting, you can just catch them off guard.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
So it's a really interesting wake up system. But yeah, it's not quite as free as in some other games.
It's really funny because see, this is what I mean by how this is like a really good like a middle ground between all the games. There's a lot of these little options, but for the most part, we're done with most of the movement options. Like we haven't. There's no like we don't have to worry about talking about like
Here's how
forward
you
rolls,
instant air dash.
yeah, instant air dash and all these things like that. So that's actually pretty cool.
Well, do you want to take a break, and then we'll get into kind of like the tougher stuff, I guess. Chain shifts, third,
like the grid system and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Do you want to talk about the shielding a little bit, or do you want to wait?
That kind of
till...
ties into it. I would probably go in at once.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right.
Be back in a bit.
All right. All right, welcome back to First Attack. We are messing around here with Under Night here, and we have our guest, Mr. Alex Sanchez.
Wait, did we actually introduce you at the start?
I don't think you did.
I don't think we did. Yeah.
Did we not say his? I guess we didn't. Huh?
I don't think we did.
Okay, well, you can follow him on. Well, do you want to talk about your Twitter account?
Yeah,
or?
it's at Mecha MacGyver.
Mecha MacGyver. MacGuiver.
I think it's GY.
GY.
GY. Oh, okay.
Lost all my respect.
You know, sadly, as old as I am, I never watched MacGyver. So.
I'm out.
I was never into it either.
Okay.
All right, let's go back to the game so we don't bug everybody. Because we've definitely done that before.
Oh, all the
just
time.
like do the game without being on the game.
Okay. So, that's right. There was also that neat system where it actually did less damage if you.
Yeah, but we'll get there.
Okay, anyways, sorry. A lot of people are discovering things about this game still, so it's actually kind of exciting. It's been a while since I've gotten to play a game that wasn't completely figured out already.
I agree.
So it's kind of neat.
Okay, well, let's get into the more complex systems.
Yep. So we should probably start with the grid system.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
What's going on with
Also,
that?
you should probably turn the you always advantage off.
Right. It's one of these.
Yeah, go down to grid.
Should be one all the way to the left.
Yeah, all the way. Yeah.
Oh, there
it
we
is.
go.
Yeah, and then restart. Just press select. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a little thing at the center. This does a lap every, 15 seconds, I believe?
Right. You can see the circle slowly
Right.
by slowly
And as
filling
you can
up.
see by just us walking around or even standing still, it goes up.
So even when you stand still, it goes up. Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
really slow rate.
Oh, I see. But if I walk forward,
as soon as you start walking forward, it starts going up faster and faster.
But you're pushing me, so it's not going up that
yeah,
fast.
we're kind of breaking
right?
even here. The entire point is offensive actions like assaulting, running at people, or even just walking are going to build your grid gauge.
Okay.
And once that timer expires, whoever has the most gets these little flashing blocks.
And a nice little blue aura around them.
And that blue aura means you have 10% more damage, which when you see the combo indicator come up, you'll see bonus damage listed below your actual
dang.
damage. Yeah.
I don't know I don't even know if they can see it on the stream, but it's the little blue one. It's the little blue one under the white one down there. So I guess. Oh, okay. So the big number is the total combo damage.
Right.
The smaller white number is the amount
Base
of damage
damage.
that.
Hit him?
Oh.
Or no, you hit now? I just want to see what it does. Okay, yeah, it doesn't list anything. Yeah,
I see. Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
I never noticed that. So.
Yeah. So I also noticed if you push me back, I lose grid. So even while you're moving me back, I'm losing grid.
So it's based on screen movement. It's not.
Okay.
It's not necessarily about whether your character
Right.
moves. If
so
both of you
if
are
I
walking
dash
at each
at you,
other,
look how fast it drains because I dash at him.
Yeah.
because you're moving the screen very quickly.
Right.
But if you guys both walk at each other at the same speed, well, it's not. They're different characters. But
Right.
if they were the same character, neither one builds grid because you're not moving the screen.
Okay. So in other words, if I dash back, I lose a good chunk as well.
Right.
If I run forward, I build a lot. Oh wow, dang.
And assaulting gives you a decent amount as well.
Okay.
Right.
So as long as you're moving forward, right? So
Right.
air assault, yeah. Okay.
And the reason you'd want to be in this state is you obviously get the damage boost, but then you also get this.
Well,
with,
I got it. I got it.
DD.
So if I hit D twice, then so what exactly did that do?
So the best way to show this off is turn your meter. You're 200% off. Just set it to EXE's.
Go back. Yeah.
Set that
Oh,
to
this one.
all the
This
way
right
left.
here.
Yeah, there you go.
Reset. Oops.
Just use it.
Just use your super.
Okay.
There you go.
God.
You're at 0, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So just run at me.
Yo, look at me. I got grid all day. Here, let me jump over you and run the other way. Yeah, I'm getting grid all over the place.
All right. Now you have it. So you
Okay.
have actually. Keep walking towards me. Just run. Get that last one filled
Okay.
up. Yeah. There you go. Now just hit DD.
Okay.
Whoa.
So you spent it, and you got 120 meter.
Gotcha.
So each one of those blocks is 20 meter.
Right.
Interesting.
And that's the most basic way you can spend it. Is you
Okay.
just have an advantage and you want to get meter, you can consume it that way.
Gotcha.
But if you want, you can also do it to cancel attacks.
So this is basically the Roman cancel of the game.
Right.
This
but
is the FADC of the
it
game.
doesn't. It doesn't always exist. So you actually have to fight for that resource,
Gotcha.
which
So
means
if I get it
offensive
now,
actions,
then I can do something like boom, boom, boom. Oh, and then keep the
Right.
combo going if I knew hide combos. right?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's also important to note that you don't get the same meter gain if you used it to cancel something. You actually get slightly reduced. So where you would
Oh, okay.
get, the maximum of 120 for having all 6 blocks, if you cancel it, you'll get something like 100 or 80 or something like that.
Okay. So after you go into, so when you win the grid war, basically you're in vorpal state is
Right.
what it's called,
That's what
right?
it's
When you're in vorpal state, the grid just builds up as normal then, huh? So if I'm in vorpal state and the meter fills up, my cat is doing damage to the pizza probably. And you win, I see. So for my vorpal state does end then.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, only one can have it at a time.
Actually, no. If we both have the
Oh, no, you're
exact
right.
same
You're
amount,
right, yeah.
they'll both be awarded.
Oh, interesting. Hang
Yeah.
on, I'm gonna be right back. Go ahead and continue discussing.
There might be a cat attack
Yeah.
going on, so. Okay.
So you explained how we can cancel it. It's kind of
Yeah.
important to note that some moves cannot be canceled at all by this.
Right.
So supers or anything done with C cannot be chain shifted on block.
Right.
They can be chain shifted on hit. Certain specials like hides DP, which you can chain shift on hit because you saw James do it. I'll grab that one.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
So just go ahead and block.
Yeah.
Or actually, I don't have it. But
Oh.
you can actually show off. Oh, you
I
don't have
don't.
enough meter either because you turned off the gain.
You want to
That's
put that
fine.
back on?
I'm gonna get it in a second.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
So there we go. So go ahead and block.
Yeah.
You can see me mashing D. Nothing.
Right.
Yeah. So that move cannot be chain shifted on block. But go
Okay.
ahead and get hit,
Okay.
and there you go. I can take action again.
And it looked like it was only at a certain point in the DP where that happened. Is that the case?
Yeah, that's seems to be the case for some specials, but usually just mashing it'll get you as soon as possible.
I definitely know that it is the case for some specials that even if you're mashing D the whole time, there's only a certain window
Right.
where you can change shift. And
Yeah, it's not like an anytime cancel.
So
Yeah.
that is what kind of makes it more like an FADC instead of a Roman cancel, right? Okay. So what other benefits do you get for being in vorpal state?
The enemy's not in vorpal state. That's actually a really big consideration. So you have to think about the fact that you have this boosted option of your offense being improved. Mm-hmm. Both by being able to cancel things on block, so you can take bigger risks with like sweeps or things like that.
And hitting D twice, that's called chain shift. That's
Yes,
called chain
that's
shift.
That's chain
Yeah.
shift,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there any other benefits to chain shift besides, like when you do it neutral, you can dodge stuff, right? Is there
You have
invincibility on
invincibility,
bench?
yeah.
So in other words, if when you double tap it right now, for example, with hide, you'd actually go. That's actually has some invincibility.
Actually,
right?
I don't even think that's true. If I'm right, you can meaty the shit out of that.
I know, I'm pretty sure it's invincible.
There's actually a really easy way to test.
Yeah.
What's Hyde's meatiest thing? I think it's this. Right, so
Okay. Oh, I'm totally not the right guy to do this, but here,
But
James, you can do this.
What am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do?
actually you can do it, Gordo. Just sweep me,
Uh-huh.
and then you could do something just like
What's this? Oh, what's
yeah,
this?
low forward.
just
That's
do-
actually the best button to do it.
just
So
do
just 3C.
Yeah. down towards
that's
Yeah.
his sled. Oh, okay,
do
okay,
that.
gotcha. Sorry. I don't know this character very well here. Like that, right?
I know.
It's just set this so we're not monkeying around with
Yeah.
it. There you go. You always have it.
Oh, I always have it?
Yeah, so I'm going to sweep you.
Mash
Oh,
DD.
okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Just quick it up and mash DD.
Okay.
Well, don't hold back or anything.
Oh, actually, I said it this is the wrong one because I can't read. No one has it. I always
It's
have
all in Japanese. Yeah. So
Okay.
for you guys playing this game, there's a lot of resources online that have all the translations. You can find it on Dustloop forum, for example. So okay, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure these don't have any invulnerability. Someone out there knows for certain. But the biggest thing you can use it is you can just pause time. I got to see what you were doing.
Oh,
So on
right,
Wake Up,
right. Okay.
You can definitely do something like sweep me.
Right. Oops, sorry. And then
I can see you,
uppercut.
yeah.
Right.
People are saying it has 1 frame of invincibility.
Okay.
Yay!
So,
Level 1 supers.
yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna get meatied for the most part.
Okay.
But
okay.
the fact that it gives you time to think is really important.
He has a command throw.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Is there anything else to know about chain shift?
That's about it.
Okay.
Just knowing that you can use it as a cancel, and just knowing that certain things can't be canceled on block.
Okay.
Right.
Here's the second controller again. I just don't want to get them all tangled up. So.
Oh, okay, sure. So what else can you do in Vorpal? What else is special about it?
You also have the option in Vorpal. You get a defensive action. So if I'm in Vorpal and I do quarter circle back D, that will do
Alpha counter.
It's an alpha counter. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
But get 100 meter. There you go. So that option actually is available outside of Vorpal. But if he were to do it, actually, let's do it this way. It grid breaks him, and it spends all of his meter.
Oh,
That's really expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, so he actually had over 100,
Right.
and it took all of it.
So if you're at 200 and you do the alpha counter, you just get drained.
You
to zero.
spend essentially all your possible resources to alpha counter.
And what does it mean when you get grid broken? So you can see at the bottom your meter is like completely
he's
shattered.
not gaining any grid, and he also doesn't have any access to any button or anything that counts as using the D. He can't assault, he can't shield, he can't concentrate.
Holy crap! Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that really
okay.
screws you over.
Okay, so that's like super desperation mode right there.
And they're
Okay.
they're not even that great anyway. I don't think they're safe, right?
No, they're totally unsafe with block.
Yeah. Oh, that's, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, that looks like it'd be really unsafe.
they're really unsafe. It's kind of a desperation thing. If you use it from Vorpal, it will completely consume it. So I think if we set this to normal, go ahead. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It was immediately
used up
spent.
all your grid,
yeah,
yeah.
it immediately spent it.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So it's a defensive option that's pretty good if you're in Vorpal, but outside of Vorpal, you really have to think about whether or not it's worth it, and it's usually not
Right.
because it's such a huge expense.
So sorry, I missed that. So do you spend any meter when you do it in Vorpal?
No, but you do immediately consume it,
Oh, okay.
so you don't get the chain shift and you don't get the damage bonus anymore.
Gotcha. Okay, so it
Yeah,
just
your
uses it up.
Vorpal's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. Anything else to talk about with the GERD?
We can kind of go over what gives you grid besides the really
Sure,
basic
yeah,
one. So
okay.
we went over movement. So running at people gives you, walking at people gives you meter, or gives you grid
Just
meter.
moving
Assaulting,
forward, basically.
Yeah, taking
yeah.
offensive action is gonna move forward. Like not like on Guilty Gear where you have tension that also gave you meter for just walking at people.
Right.
So it's a really similar concept. But instead of giving you super meter, you get this grid.
Right.
Really passive actions or running away, like constant backdashing or constant walking away, just immediately just rip it
Right.
apart.
Right.
Also, let's see, gonna get 2. Go ahead and sweep me. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Actually do 3C, so it's really
Yeah.
obvious. Defensive tech or back roll will take part of your grid away as well.
Okay.
Does that happen if you tech in the air backward?
Let's try that out. No, it doesn't do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's no penalty for the air.
I really
but,
thought it did. Do it again. Oh no, I think it did.
No,
No,
that was on the
yeah,
ground.
that
That
was
was on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you jump backwards? Do you lose it? Do you lose it as well?
Well, you're moving backwards, so yeah.
Yeah, it kind of stops your gain. It's not as bad
It's not as bad as dashing back or walking
Yeah,
backwards.
constant backdashing really kills it.
You see what I'm talking about not losing grid if you're not moving the screen, right? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
like I'm jumping backward, but it just
Oh, that's why you weren't losing anything, because the screen wasn't moving.
Exactly, yeah.
Gotcha. Because you're not actually physically
But I think if
moving.
at this point, like if David were to start walking towards me,
yeah.
Yeah,
There you
okay,
And you
okay.
notice that
Gotcha.
there's a little bit of a startup on when you start building or losing grid. So like, okay, I'll move forward, and you see it doesn't start building for like a little bit.
Yeah.
yeah, it has to accelerate.
Just a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, nice.
Also, getting hit will take it away.
Yeah.
Okay. And also probably important to mention that everyone's BC attack drains grid as
Right.
well.
So these will cost grid every time you use it. But if you do it at 0, you can still do it at 0 grid, but you'll start giving the other guy grid. So you'll see he's getting 1 for each time that I do this attack.
Dang, so okay.
Other things do it too. So like throw techs.
So
let's
why
see.
were you gaining it there after he was already full? Did you see that?
Well, he doesn't have any.
Well, reset really quick. So keep doing it. So watch, just don't get hit. Like you were doing it, and then keep going. And then after he filled up, if you kept doing it, now you're building your own.
No, it's building mine.
It's
But
blue.
mine has crossed over to his
Yeah.
side.
I didn't know it did that.
Oh yeah. You can that whole thing can be mine
Yeah.
or his.
Oh,
And if I do that, look how much meter I've got.
They caps out at 120.
oh
really?
okay.
Yeah, you can't get 200%.
Okay. I didn't know that it
Yeah.
would go through the other side. Okay.
Yeah, you can encroach on their side, which makes it harder for them to come back.
Gotcha.
But you can
gotcha.
never get more meter than the 6 blocks.
So in other words, if you keep forward dashing, you'll actually take up his space over there?
No, there's a cap on how much you can get just from sheer movement or attacking.
Okay.
You would actually have to start doing other options to get into their side, or they would have to start spending a lot of force function for you to start encroaching on their
Gotcha.
side.
Right.
Okay.
The game kind of tries to balance it out a little bit. So if I have a lot of grid and the opponent has very little, it'll be easy for me to lose stuff if we're moving around, like screen movement and stuff like that, and very easy for him to build it.
Gotcha.
Seesaws.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
And then the other things that'll spend grid are throws. So you'll see whiffing will actually take one, but successfully landing also awards one.
Gotcha.
But if I tech it here, then
You lose.
Yeah, then you lose, and I think I gain one.
It's actually a swing. So I'll lose one and he'll gain one.
Yeah.
Not only that, but the person who techs is actually at plus.
It's actually a really significant advantage. The easiest, actually, we have the perfect character to illustrate this. Tech for me, and as soon as we tech, I'm going to do assault, which is almost immediately off the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
You're just going to do low B.
Okay.
He couldn't even get off the ground.
I can't even get off the ground. Yeah,
Gotcha.
you have a really significant advantage. Something where it's like 7 or 8 frames before they can block, but they can't take any action.
Okay. So basically, you're forced to eat a meaty.
Right. So
in that situation.
just go ahead and tech, and then do low B. Yeah, I can block.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Anything else build or cost grid? Trying to think about it.
What about the shield guarding? Does that do anything?
Oh, okay.
So how does shield guarding work?
So you can hold it,
Uh-huh.
and for each time he attacks me, I'll get one.
You see the grid building now?
Right, but that also kind of locks you into the defensive type you've gone in. So if you're at low block,
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of stuck there as I'm holding it. So if he were to do something like his quicker overheads forward B,
Okay.
I'm kind of forced in that. I'm also forced to stay in that position and not be able to throw tech since I'm holding down D, and throws are A and D. So you get mixed up by people doing something really simple like running at you, doing low A, canceling A into throw, because if you know they're going to start shielding really quickly, you can catch them.
Okay.
Or once they know about the throw, you just run at them and assault over their throw attempt. So it's a really, really simple mix-up.
So if you're Stan, oh, I can't do this. If I'm trying to Stan do this, if he hits me low, I'm gonna get boned.
Yeah.
So it still has the high-low mix-up that you still
Right.
have to worry about.
I mean,
right.
you're locked in. So if I well, I can't because I'm broken. But if he does like the stand shield, then he can get hit low or thrown. If he does the low shield, then he can get hit overhead or thrown. So you're really committing.
So if you shield a jump attack and the guy immediately does a low hitting move, you can't crouch block fast enough. So for example,
Well, actually, shielding also gives you advantage over the attacker. So
okay.
Well, it's not guaranteed advantage, but each time you shield, the move you shielded is slightly less positive than it would be normally.
Okay.
It's like -3.
Right.
Right, but
blocks
you said you can't switch between up or down very easily, right? So, like I said, if he did super meaty
I'm
jump
pretty sure
attack,
if he jumps in, I can just shield once and then just go to block.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're not going to be holding it the entire time.
Okay,
So
okay,
you can
gotcha.
transition, it's just not quick.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Guard broken.
Yeah.
Gird broken.
Gird broken.
Grid broken.
Just hit the reset
Yeah.
and you should be
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
So.
The other thing you can do is instead of holding it, you can tap it for attack. So you get that green effect. So it's called green shielding.
Okay.
And that also has the exact same bonuses as doing the regular shield, but it also pushes away further. So it's like just defending.
Okay.
However, every time he misses with that, like if he's blocking and just hitting D and just stuff's not connecting, he'll lose grid for trying it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. You
So
also
I'm just mashing. Oh yeah.
right.
Okay.
You also lose meter as well. So it costs I think 10 meter each time you try it.
Okay.
And if you whiff, like if there wasn't an attack to shield at all, you'll lose grid.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
So
just
you don't end up just doing the white block there, or
no. You'll just see it come out like really late.
okay, okay.
And since there's nothing to shield,
Yeah, I see my meter.
Oh yeah, okay.
But if I'm successful, do I build grid?
yes. So you still get the same advantages as
Yeah.
regular shielding.
Okay.
Okay.
So you just can't mash defensive options to try to build grid, since you can easily get guard broken, or grid broken, I should say, if they
Yeah.
successfully hit you.
So if you're using the shield, like let's say you're doing the low shield and they hit you high with an overhead, is there any other punishment other than you're just blocking the wrong way or anything like that?
Yeah. So
To hit him with the overhead, yeah.
see,
Yeah,
he
you
gets
do.
he gets
does
grid broken.
It gets grid broken. Also, getting grid broken counts as getting counter hit as well. So any combo that would require a counter hit to start will award you the same thing for getting grid broken.
You know, we forgot to talk about counter hits when we were talking about combos.
Mm-hmm.
What's the benefit of counter hit?
So you get the added advantage. Do C, since this is the laggiest thing he has. So there you go. It's going to counter.
Okay.
There's no bonus damage. It's just frame advantage afterwards.
Okay.
But hitting with something other than what would do it for Hyde? Go ahead. I think it's his DP. Certain moves will cause what's called a high counter.
Oh, it'll actually say high counter
Yeah.
on the screen? Okay.
I'm trying to remember what his is. But the way it would work is that high counters function like fatal counters would in like Blaze Blue, where you have even more advantage throughout the remainder of the combo.
Okay. So it actually gives you the bonus for the whole thing.
Right.
Okay. And then also, if you get thrown out of the shield, you get guard broken as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. One thing that you did get into that I don't think we mentioned was that you could cancel A's into throws.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. Let's talk about throwing during. Yeah. So when I'm in blocks, then I can still get tossed.
Right.
Right. So I'm not teching or anything. But if that happens, I get a really long window in which to tech.
Yeah,
it's really easy to tech.
It's like double the size. So
It's very Blaze Blue like, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it goes from like I think a 14 frame tech window will turn into almost 30,
Okay.
Nah,
and you get that really bright gold effect to know that you can do it.
nah.
Yeah.
It's pretty late.
So it seems kind of bad since it's so easily teched, but combined with the fact that people are going to use defensive options with shielding or tapping shield, you can definitely catch people off guard by trying to get grid advantage on your offense.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. Okay. And then, I swear I had someone block a projectile and I was able to throw them while they were in block stun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw them in block stun.
Oh, okay. For
so
the whole time. So even if they block a jump attack,
Yeah.
you can actually do it, right?
I probably can't.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna work. Yeah.
So just do jump attack into throw.
Yeah, as long as you keep them in substantial block stun.
Okay. Okay.
What would be a good example? Actually, you could just do C, change, drift, and throw, I think.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
too
I'm
far
not
away.
aware.
But that's a basic concept. You
Yeah.
can do anything that
Yeah,
would keep them
okay,
in long
okay.
enough block
And
stun.
and you can do it with command grabs too.
Right.
Okay.
So anything that's a command grab, if it's grabbing you out of block stun, you can do the tech.
Right.
Okay. And teching is just
A
same
and D.
thrown command. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
A and D.
Okay.
Okay. What else are we not talking about?
Yeah, I mean, system-wise, like I said, I feel like whenever we do the systems for a lot of the other games, it takes us a really long time to go through them, but I feel like we covered most of it here. Again, just kind of...
well, let's talk about cross-up and cross-up protection,
cross-up
I guess.
protection. Yeah, okay. What's a good cross-up move for him?
Actually, these are probably not the best.
Yeah,
characters.
Yeah. Nanase's actually has a really good one, but, I mean, that's just because it's the only character that I know, so... Go with the character you're familiar with.
What would be a really good, other good one?
Oh, some people are mentioning about Veil Off. We haven't talked
Oh, it's
about
actually
that.
really important.
Yeah.
So, let's see. R1. Is it always full? Yeah, okay. So, Veil Off, done with A, B, and C, puts you in a state where you have a draining super meter.
Okay.
And you can do supers while in this, and it'll drain a huge chunk of it, about a third each time.
Okay.
But as long as you have some, you can do super.
Oh, even the full level, the 200
Right.
one. Okay.
The other important thing about it is that this activation you can charge,
Mm-hmm.
and it's invulnerable pretty much the entire time. So, Davey, go ahead and do it. And you'll note that if you get hit by it, you get grid broken.
Okay. And it blows you all the way back, too.
Exactly.
So, in other words, while you're charging up, you go through moves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It has a lot of startup, so it's very,
That's the fastest.
Yeah.
right. And yeah, you can hold. Well, I lost it, but you can hold it. Some characters don't have very good defensive options. Apart from kind of game engine stuff, and for some of them, Veil Off is an option, but it's really easily safe meatied and safe jumped.
Okay. Now, here's a question about Veil Off. What's the negative side of it?
You mean what does it cost?
Yeah.
Let's.
Can you do it anytime? Can you do just round one and then boom, Veil
No.
Off? Right.
You would need, I believe, at least 100.
Okay.
So you need at least 100 meter, but that means you can do stuff like 100 meter, activate Veil Off, and now you have access to your 200 meter super.
Okay, so...
The one penalty it would have, if anything, is that a lot of times you'll see people use it as a reversal. You're able to bait these things. So if you know somebody's going to go for reversal Veil Off, you can bait it and punish.
And block it and then punish them. Okay, so it's got delay after you block it.
Yeah, so go ahead and do it there. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And can you combo into it?
You cannot cancel into it, I'm pretty sure.
You can't cancel into it, but I think you can do things to make it touch. But you don't get much of it for touching.
Okay.
Yeah, so something like that.
Okay, right. Gotcha.
Actually, let me just see what this looks like.
Actually, if you do like a wall bounce and then do Veil Off, I wonder if you can just like combo right into your D super.
Yeah, see, that's what I was wondering, if you could do something like that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It immediately goes to orange. You can't combo after.
Oh, when you hit him. Okay, so you can't bounce him. Okay.
But no, I was saying like wall bounce from like farther, like with the Waldstein air jump towards C.
Like do that, land
do
Veil
that,
Off,
land Veil Off, and then do a combo.
Right.
Oh no, yeah, it's possible to do stuff in between. Like if you have a launcher that's high enough and you just whiff it, you can activate mid combo.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so we were going to talk about cross-up protection.
Right. So there you go. That's a really easy cross-up since you're so tall and this.
Yeah, I'm just like holding back. Well, now I'm in the corner. But, oh yeah. So there's no. I'm not like being tricky about my blocks here. Well, no. I'm just holding the same direction, and there's no mix-up.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of just naturally guards for you.
Yeah. And it's like that until you land, I think, right? You have to be recovered before you can, as the attacker, you have to be recovered from your jump before you can cross the opponent.
The thing that's interesting is that certain things will get around it. So normally they have to land since characters have limited movement options. But characters like Nanase and I think
this guy can do it.
Yeah.
With I don't know what his fly command is.
It's just tap up again.
Okay.
Yeah. And then falling C. That's the reason I picked him, since falling C is like the biggest thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You could drop. You don't have to fall.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So like move toward here. Oh.
Yeah.
Oops.
There you go.
Okay, there it is. So that was forced you to block the other direction,
Yeah.
right? So that one was cross-up
Yeah.
protection. Okay.
So there are some moves or air actions that'll flip you around in the air. Oria has like a command backflip in the air that she can actually set up to force you to block the right way.
Okay.
Seth, like the really ninja hoppy character, has teleports. Some of them don't force you to do it. Some of them do. Like he can jump over you naturally, and that will incur cross-up protection. Or he can do commands to cross you up, and that wouldn't incur cross-up protection.
Okay. So okay.
But for the most part, if they're just jumping over you, you can just hold back. Like
So in other words, if you have like all these cool little vortexy tricks or whatever like that, left and right mix-ups, they don't actually work as well as they do. In fact, they might not even work at all compared to like Guilty Gear, like Milia tricks and stuff like that, right? Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So in other words, they really kind of hurt vortexy kind of options then, huh?
Some character sets still have really super good offense. It's just
Okay.
that you can't build it out of normal cross-ups.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, it is. It's an interesting idea. Let's see if we're missing anything here. Well, there's instant overhead protection, I guess. I don't know if that's important.
Yeah, it just looks like if you hit with moves on the way up in your jump and the opponent happens to be holding down back, it does less damage.
I don't even remember how to set it up. I think Linnea has a really good one since she's so small and she has a really big instant jumping seat.
Duck?
Did you just get hit by that? Or?
Oh, is that not an overhead? Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. So on the way up, it's not an overhead.
Yeah.
It's only once you're at the apex of your jump or falling down that something becomes an overhead. So instant overheads
don't even
not
exist
really
in
a
this
thing.
game.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Nice.
So there you go.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. I feel like we're probably missing something, but I can't remember what.
No, everyone's just getting mad because they say it's Linnea, not Lynn.
Yeah, it's Linnea.
Yeah, it's Linnea.
Okay.
Or
Linnea or something,
I should
whatever.
probably mention this since somebody's going to bring it up.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
It's the other thing you can do. So if you're at critical health, so under, I think, 30%,
Yeah.
Okay.
and you have 200 meter and you hit all 4 buttons.
Whoa.
Oh, it's the cool animation
Yeah.
death, basically, right?
Well, this doesn't matter how much health they have, it's how much health you have.
Right.
So you can do this with them being at full health.
Right. That doesn't
And-
always kill.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It just does a huge
yeah,
chunk of
yeah,
damage.
yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
they also scale severely in combos, so they're really easy to combo into.
Right. So by itself, it did 3,640.
Right.
In this combo,
Which was
it's-
only one hit, should probably do a lot less.
Yeah, it looks like.
It's going to do more since it's still...
Okay.
Yeah.
But
For-
it did maybe like 300 less than you would
Yeah.
have
Right,
expected.
right. Okay.
Oh, I didn't hit all 4 buttons fast enough. But yeah.
Okay.
So every character has one of those. Yeah. Whatever.
They're pretty neat.
Yeah.
And
The
do
one
they all
thing-
start up the same with that kind of
Yeah,
explosion
yeah,
like
it's
that?
a generic
okay,
startup for
okay,
everyone.
Okay.
And it
Gotcha.
hits pretty much the height of that beam. But you'll also notice that I was grid broken for doing it.
Ooh, gotcha. Okay.
Murakawa eats you.
He's a pretty cool character.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah,
I don't
chomp
know
away.
People don't like this character. I don't understand it.
They don't like America.
I just don't get it.
They don't like happiness.
And Rakava's cute, right?
Yeah, he's adorable. Look at him.
Look, he's cuddly.
Look at that expression.
Yeah,
It's a very expressive
exactly.
face.
So I showed you that it did grid break you, but I believe if you have Vorpal, it won't.
Oh, okay.
Wee.
All right.
Vorpal, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't break.
Okay,
Okay,
cool. So yeah, Vorpal. I mean, so we should probably talk about this a little bit about the flow of the match.
Yeah.
There's so much that you're doing, and if you're trying to pay attention to the Vorpal gauge or to the grid gauge, that you're like constantly trying to get this battle for it.
Yes, it's super important.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because right now I've only just barely played the game much, so I'm not paying attention to it as much.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm using Nanase, so I'm flying around everywhere. I'm using my BC, so I'm just like
You don't have it much.
killing my grid gauge. So I like never have it. So I'm not really paying attention to it as much, but for the most part, I should be. Right?
It's very important. Yeah. So if for example, if you notice that you are getting close to that, the circle's close to completing, that can kind of create a scramble. So like if it's in a neutral situation, like maybe you want to all of a sudden charge, but like the opponent knows you're going to charge, so it's like time for dash up, whatever.
Right. You could even drop a like do a wall bounce and then charge.
Definitely.
You know,
you can purposely drop your combo so that you can get some. This is called concentration.
Yeah.
So you can do this.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of has that third strike feel to it, where characters that have good taunts,
you
decide to like give up pressure, give up positioning to take advantage of it. Like Akatsuki wouldn't probably never end a combo like that, but you get enough space.
You can,
Yeah.
right? Like
that is something that I do with Waldstein, because like I have the option to stay close afterward, or I have the option to like throw the opponent far away. And sometimes if I notice that the circle's almost ending, I'll throw the opponent far away and charge up.
Cool. Okay, there you
Waldstein.
go. Nice. That's his
200
level 2 super.
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze. Is that the name of the level 2 super, or is that just the name of his super?
That's his, because that's actually the character's account.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Divine Wind.
I don't know. I can't read Chinese.
Yeah.
Check mine out. Yay! It's so cool.
Oh, cars must go!
Spaghetti arm. Spaghetti arm. Nice. Okay.
Well, is that it for system mechanics?
Dude,
Might be.
I really feel like that
This actually feels really complex when somebody explains. Like when you read it, grid seems really, really complex until you actually play it in a match and you're like, oh, I just want to attack and defend properly, or just be as aggressive as possible.
I mean, it's like I said, I'm playing right now without paying attention too much to it, and it's not. I mean, it sounds kind of really cool, and yeah, for sure, you get access to a lot of combos. Like I was playing an Oria, she has that overhead that you can only combo if you change shift off of it, right?
Yeah, she gets like unique stuff when she jumps in because she has like a really obnoxious jumping normally.
Yeah, and so it is pretty important, but you can still win without necessarily paying attention to it right away. So you can learn the game like I'm playing right now. So I'm just playing it, not paying attention to the grid. I'm just learning the game, the flow of the game, the pace of my characters, and then I can start adding that part in the game. So while it is important, it's not like vital. It's not. You're not gonna jump into the game and be like, oh my god, I gotta concentrate on grid and stuff.
It's been out on console for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks. So nobody's really at that state yet where like you're doing all of the things that you could be doing. I don't think anybody's there.
Right.
It's all kind of a process of like figuring it out and adding something into your gameplay one day and trying to add something else the next. But yeah, it's a work in progress.
Well, let me ask this question here. How long has this been out in Japan for?
This game is
like a while, right?
From its original version, it's over 2 years.
Okay, so there was just Under Night in Birth.
Yeah, which
was the original one.
Which was a really bad game.
Oh, was it?
It was. This game is probably good as it is because of how many times they had to revise it from its original state. So I think before there wasn't any cap on how much grid you can gain. It was really easy to encroach on the other guy's side. So there were definitely combos that took up either the entire round because of how long they lasted, where they scaled to like 1 damage, where Lene would just juggle you end to end.
Gotcha.
Or Hyde could kill you because he can get all of his meter back and he could do 200% supers in one combo.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
And there was a lot of other, for the lack of a better term, legitimate bullshit that they got rid of.
So in other words, I mean, this is really massively tweaked compared to the original one, right?
Yeah.
And who was the new character? So Nanase is a new character, and Chaos is the other new character?
Chaos...
No, not Chaos. It's the guy with the little icicle things, right?
Oh, Byakuya.
Oh, yeah.
Byakuya.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think those are the 2 new characters in the game.
Right.
So. Okay.
Nanase apparently was done for arcade release, but they just never released her in time.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it for this part.
Yeah, we can go into the character details.
Yeah, let's do it. I guess what we'll do is take a quick break. We're gonna start calling it level 3 focus.
Right.
And then we'll come back shortly and talk about all the characters.
Yeah, so we're gonna go offline real quick and then start back up again because I also want to stop the local recording and start it up again.
You got it. We'll be back in just a few though.
All right. Thanks, guys.